Hi, it's Karon Thackston with marketingwords.com. I want to offer you a little assistance with doing your keyword research. I know one of the questions that I get regularly is, I can't find enough keywords. Where can I look to find more keywords? It's not as difficult as you think. So get ready to jot down some information and you can create a quick little checklist so that you take into account all these various types of keywords. So I'm going to give you 7 different types today that fall into 2 different types of categories. The reason you need all of these different types of keywords and key phrases is because everybody doesn't call the same things by the same names. For example, I just looked up and I saw curtains over there. Curtains can be window blind, not window blinds, but window treatments, drapes, panels. There's all sorts of different names for curtains. Not everybody calls them by the same name. So you need all these different types of keywords in order to round out your research and make sure that all your bases are covered. The first category of keywords is information gathering keywords. And these are typically used by people who are in the beginning phases of their keyword research in order to identify a problem or a possible solution. And those are actually the 2 types of keywords that go into this information gathering category. So number 1 is problem-based keywords. And these focus, most of the ones I'm going to give you are going to have really self-explanatory names. These focus on problems. So maybe it's a phrase that starts with get fit or stop snoring, something to that effect. They want to find help for this problem. The second one, number 2, is solution-based keywords, and just the opposite of the problem-based. These focus on the solution. These are people that don't search for the problem they have now. They search for the solution they hope to find. So something like snoring products or snoring aid or snoring help, things like that. Best fitness watch. Things along that line for people that are looking to get into shape. Those would be your solution-based keywords. Then we go into another category. Once people have identified the problem or the solution they're looking for and they've gathered a bit of information, they start going into purchase mode, and their keyword structure, their keyword searching structure changes. So number 3, and this is in the buying keywords category, number 3 is product descriptors. And these are generally what people would call your product. So if you are selling USB drives, there's 1,000 different names for USB drives: portable storage memory, jump drive, thumbstick, key drive, all types of different names for USB drives, or USB sticks is usually what I call them. Memory sticks is something else that people call them. So you have all those different descriptors of your product. Not every single product or service out there will have different product descriptors, but most of them do. Almost all of them do. So typically you're going to be thinking about all the different names that people would call your product. Then number 4, think about the attributes of your product. These are essentially features. So if you're selling web design services, the features of that service would essentially be what it includes. You know, how many pages is it? How many revisions do they get? Does it include images? Are those separate? You know, everything in there that would come together to make up that web design package. If you're talking about products, it could be colors or sizes or shapes. all the different attributes of your particular product. If there's specific features that that are important about this, search for those and see if they're coming up in the keyword research. You could include those if they are, if people are searching for that. Number 5, brand keywords. Again, very self-explanatory, but a caution for Amazon sellers. Amazon does not typically want you to include brand names in your copy or in your keywords in your back-end search terms. They've really cracked down on that lately. So be very careful. Now, here's the exception. If you sell something that is compatible with something else, it's a replacement for that or it works for that, you can include what it's compatible with. So if you're selling replacement toothbrush heads, Sonicare, if those replacement toothbrush heads fit a Sonicare toothbrush, you would obviously have to mention that so that the person buying the replacement would know what it works with. They have to know if it's going to work with their toothbrush before they buy it. If you design cell phone cases, you would have to include Samsung, Galaxy, whatever, so that somebody would know that this case is going to fit their phone. So those are the exceptions to the rule. Everybody else shouldn't really have a problem with using brand names as keywords. Then we move on to number 6, use keywords. And again, pretty self-explanatory. These are the ways that people use your product or service. So an example for this might be crab crackers. Am I talking about edible crackers that are crab flavored, or the tool that you use when you are cracking crab legs or other crab shells so that you can get the meat out? Very different things. So typically you might find keywords that say something like crackers for crab legs, and people then understand what that is. Something else would be a hammock in your backyard, or not a canvas hammock that hangs or a freestanding hammock. And then you have the packable nylon hammocks for camping. So when you see for and a use, camping, hiking, backpacking, whatever the case may be, those are typically going to be your use keywords, and you want to make note of those so that you can jot those down. And then number 7 is target audience keywords. And again, self-explanatory, these deal with your target audience. And just like when we were looking for key phrases that had crackers for crab legs or whatever the use is, these are probably going to always have for in them, but they will end with a person or a group of people. Web design for small businesses, web design for realtors, whatever that, whatever the instances may be there. Curtains for kids, curtains for women. You can have a whole list of those that you include when you're doing your research. If you see those come up and they are relevant to you, then make a note of them. You don't want to put them in if they're not relevant. If your web design company has never done work for realtors before, if you put them in and you happen to attract people and they click to your site and they're going around and thinking, I don't see any information here for realtors, there's nothing in their portfolio that shows web design for realtors, so I must be in the wrong place, and off they go. You want to keep it relevant. All of these, you want to keep them relevant all the time so that you're driving qualified traffic and not arbitrary traffic that's simply going to take one look and leave and bounce away. If you scroll down, first of all, you'll see a way to subscribe, and I hope you do. Thank you in advance. You will get notifications of all the videos that go up on the Marketing Words channel. If you scroll a little further down, you'll see a link to the Marketing Words blog with a post that has even more information in it than I've given you in this video. So please take a minute to click over there. and you can further your skills as far as keyword research goes. This is Karon Thackston with Marketing Words. I hope you have a great day and good luck with your keyword research. Before you go, subscribe to the Marketing Words channel by clicking the button, and check out the Marketing Words blog for more clever ways to convert better, sell more, and build a better business.